Hi, I'm Brittany. I'm an ex-Mormon, and there's nothing more the LDS church loves than gaslighting ex-Mormons and non-members. Let's go through some lists of things they gaslight us about. You just misunderstood the doctrine. Blame the doubter for the church's contradictions. Here's a quote from one of the leaders in the LDS or Mormon church. He said, "Doubt your doubts before you doubt your faith." And that's one of the lines that I constantly replayed in my head over and over again every time I had a doubt, and it kept me in the church for far too long. Translation: if something doesn't make sense to you, the problem is you, not the church. Nobody taught that. In the Race and the Priesthood Gospel Topics essay released by the LDS Church in 2013, it said, "The church does not stand by the theories advanced in the past. The church disavows the theories advanced in the past that black skin is a sign of divine disfavor." However, the apostle Bruce R. McConkie said in 1966, "There is a reason why one man is born black and with other disadvantages, while another is born white. The reason is that we once had equal opportunities. We were obedient and more faithful." Translation: we taught it, but now we pretend we didn't. If you say otherwise, you're lying or confused. Number 3, I hear this all the time. You just left the church because you were offended. Elder David A. Bednar confirmed this to the members by saying some lose faith because they have been offended by the unkindness of members. Someone said something that hurt their feelings. Translation: your doctrinal concerns aren't real. You're just butthurt. Shutting down criticism, we have contention is of the devil. In the Book of Mormon, and frequently quoted in talks up to silence dissent, there's a quote that says, "For verily, verily, I say unto you, he that hath the spirit of contention is not of me, but is of the devil." President Russell M. Nelson, the current prophet, posted on Facebook in June 2020, "We need less contention and more civility." Translation: calling us out equals satanic behavior. I hear this one constantly. The church is perfect. The people aren't. President Dieter F. Uchtdorf again once said, "The church is not a place where perfect people gather. It's a place where imperfect people gather to support and encourage each other." Which sounds really nice, except the translation is, if leaders harmed you, it's not the church's fault. It's just individual mistakes. Ignore the fact that we claim prophetic authority. Retroactive denial, we don't teach that anymore. President Gordon B. Hinckley said on Larry King Live, "We don't teach polygamy. We don't practice polygamy." But the LDS Apostle Joseph F. Smith quoted, "Plural marriage is essential to his salvation in the eternities." Translation: we taught it, we practiced it, we lied about it publicly to make it sound like we didn't. Disrespecting boundaries, we get that all the time with love bombing. Why do we get that? Because in the Preach My Gospel booklet, it says home teachers, which are now ministering brothers, should not give up easily. Even if people are not interested, continue to reach out with love and friendship. Translation: we'll ignore your no contact requests and frame it as Christ-like love. The Holy Ghost told me to. How could I deny the Spirit? Discrediting verifiable facts. Anti-Mormon lies. In General Conference, Elder Pearson said, "Avoid those who would tear down your faith. Distance yourself from destructive influences, whether they be in person, print, or electronic media." Translation: if it challenges the official story, even if it's true, it's evil, and you shouldn't even look at it. I hear this constantly. The gospel never changes. Well, it clearly does. The prophet Russell M. Nelson said, "Our doctrine is clear. Marriage between a man and a woman is ordained of God." But they still teach eternal polygamy in Doctrine and Covenants 132. Translation: the rules change, but somehow the gospel doesn't. Finishing up, we have pretending they're the victim. Elder Jeffrey R. Holland, one of the church leaders, said, "We are accused of being anti-something when we stand for truth, but we cannot apologize for speaking the truth." Translation: we can say harmful stuff, but if you call us out, you're the bad guy. They taught it, they gaslight you, and now you're the crazy one.